I'm Gaz, and this is Let's Quickly Play Buriedbornes. This is a simple roguelike role-playing game, sort of in the theme of Dark Souls meets Wizardry. It is a free game on Steam, as well as on app stores, I guess. Let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so I've got a character going here already, but I will start a new one. The premise of the game is that you are a Buriedborn, basically an undead. There is an evil wizard who is running amok, I guess, doing evil wizard things and raising the dead to fight for him. And the only way the good guys can figure out to fight him is to raise their own undead warriors. And so the idea is that you just go through this dungeon. I guess the goal is to get to the 10th floor, beat the bad guy, and then that's it. I don't know. I have yet to actually make it there. So let's go ahead and start a new character. I'll go over the rest of this stuff later because I'm not sure I even understand it yet. Okay, so you start a new character. You can pick a job. I'm going to pick this Dragoon. There's a recurring character in the game. A dragon knight who shows up, and the first couple times he just ignores you, but then eventually he starts challenging you, and then once you actually beat him, you unlock this class. So I'm going to try this out here, and let's see. We can see what he's got here. His strength-based character apparently ignores all status ailments. If I'm not fully maxed out on HP, that's cool. Plating, equipment degradation, okay. So let's see. Your basic default is the labyrinth. Obviously, it looks like once we've conquered the labyrinth, we can unlock other destinations. There's also a weekly dungeon, and I guess a stronger weekly dungeon. I have actually beaten 10 levels in this, and that gave me an achievement, but the main one is actually the labyrinth, so we'll try that out. You gather items throughout the dungeon. Some of them are these contracts, which give you basically boosts and other abilities and whatnot that you can put on every character. There's a mechanic in the game where you can actually mix them or break them down for components. I'm not really sure how it works because I don't have enough really to use it. I think I'll go ahead and use this one. And then an item. So you got in-game soulstone currencies, as well as a few others that you need for bringing some of these along. Other ones are free. I guess I'll start out with this requited love candy. You can click on the question marks at any time and see what they do. This one gives me barrier for, I guess, 5 turns with a cooldown of 10, but it's kind of nice. So we'll go ahead and pick that one. And let's just start an adventure. We begin in the labyrinth. So the layout is very simple. Basically, you choose one of 2 rooms, and you can sometimes see ahead to the next 4 rooms, so you can plan ahead. And basically, you are stuck on a level until you fight the boss, and if you beat the boss, then you go to the next floor. And like I said, the goal is to get to the 10th floor and beat the ancient god, wizard guy, whatever. So we look here, and each of these means something, and you can tell what they mean by clicking on it but holding down, because as soon as you click on the box, you go to that next room. So enemy is in here. Corpse is another Buriedborn like ourselves, so a tougher enemy. Torch, I believe, allows me to see ahead, and then Dark, I think, has a debuff on the enemy. Let me see if I can... Okay, yeah, good. Abnormally dark, visibility 0, you cannot see your opponent's true form. Okay. We're going to go for this one because this undead is going to kill me just starting out. So, we can't tell a damn thing about it, but I have some abilities down here. If I click on... There it is. You click on your little character bar here, it shows you what you've got equipped. You can click on this, see what your permanent effects are. Total effect list. Sometimes you'll get debuffs or buffs or whatever, and this is where those will show up. I was actually kind of hoping to see what these abilities would do for me. I guess I'll just click on them. Okay. So let's actually click on this. Okay, now, somewhere along the way, you can see your abilities. I forget where it is. Anyway, so now we've got a door. The door is going to have a surprise encounter behind it. We'll just go with the torch and a level 1 zombie. Let's see what Dragonfang. Let me see if I... Nope, okay. I'm holding down on it and it's not bringing a pop-up, so... so you can click on some of these icons. The torch says you can now see 2 rooms ahead, so we'll be able to see the 4 and kind of plan out a path to it. And then there's these colors. They designate something that I haven't figured out yet. But I think it's like room type or enemy type or something like that, so you can tell what your character is good against based upon the color of the room. We're just going to hit everything. Okay. Apparently Dragonfang gave me a 5-turn cooldown for reflecting. Now, you'll see that that was a buff. Buffs apparently do not count as an action per turn. If you are in a situation where your attacks or moves or items or whatever are on cooldown, basically you have to get everything on cooldown before it'll flip the turn. So that might sometimes mean using an item you don't want to, like this unrequited love candy, which you can see here I only have 4 uses of. So I don't want to use that. Let's try Imperial Wrath, see what that does. Okay, it's just another buff, I guess. Major overkill. Okay, you found the corpse of an adventurer. Feel magical power. So basically this is where we can get a new item. As you can see by the arrow here, you are just doing a straight trade. There's no taking stuff back and selling it. You can go here to return to town, but it's not like you drop off accumulated souls or anything. And I want out of this. What I guess it would be for is if you actually get some items or some of the various currencies that you want to go back to town and use some of the item, like the blacksmith or the what's it called? Is it in here? No, we'll go back to town and we'll talk about it. Anyway, yes, I want to accept this because I want to upgrade. Okay, so we have catacomb here. Narrow room. Hints of corpse will appear on one of the paths, which I think means one of the next paths. And there's an event here too, so once we beat the enemy, an event will happen. Looking that way... Yeah, why don't we go this way? Slime. Okay, there's a lake glowing with a strange light. Let's drink from it. Revive. Let's go see what that actually does for me now. Revive. You can instantly revive if you die. Well, that's nice. And now, with the catacomb... Okay. I guess, for whatever reason, when I went into this room, it closed off the left-hand path, so now I can only go this way. So these ones have corpses. That'll be an opportunity to get more items. Let's see, reflect... Oh yeah. Better in every way. So we'll keep going forward here. Dragoon seems to be pretty good. We'll get that. Now here's an ability for me to change a skill. So this... There we go. Fight using a defensive style that reduces damage you deal and receive. So we gain weaken for 2 turns. We also reduce damage for 2 turns. Okay. Well, I'm going to switch some of these things. So Dragonfang, react whenever an enemy attacks and retaliate. Okay, so it's a counter-attack. And Imperial Wrath, shroud yourself with Draconic Fury and deal damage each time you use a skill. Okay, so those buffs are things I want to use continually. So wait and see basically is just what it says. I think I'm going to have it be replaced by this. And let's move on. So we see here another event there. I guess we can go that way. Okay, I don't know if you saw there. It said I was crazed. Frenzy. Okay. Doubles your HP and damage you deal, but you become unable to control yourself. So basically it just auto-battles for you. Not sure where we pick that up. Doubtful Charm. Stun your enemy whenever you lose your shield. Is that one of the items? Whatever. Anyway, we're going this way and we're heading towards the boss. We have no choice. So it's fine. Unfortunately, when you do that, it uses your items like it just did there. At a glance, it looks like an ordinary tombstone, but if you change your angle, you can see it's a movable switch for some kind of device. Now, unlike the water, where drinking that seems to actually give you a buff most of the time, I think most of the time I've gotten a debuff from this, but I'm going to move it anyway. Yeah, okay, great. Paralyzation is bad. So, okay, well, I guess it's not on me now, because I moved around. I don't know. Paralyzing is a really bad thing that can accumulate. And so especially if you have a separate debuff that says paralyzation, I guess increase is what it is. I don't know. But it'll add percentage over time. And once it hits 100%, you're dead. You're dead because you're totally paralyzed. Well, 25 turn cooldown on one of my abilities. That is terrible. Anyway, we're heading into the boss room. And we beat that easily. Okay, cool. Okay, plus 2, 22 strength. Plus 13 power, plus bleed ability. Better in every way. Fantastic. Offensive. Use an aggressive style and become empowered to receive more damage. You know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and have that replace this. Defensive with offensive. This seems like a very offensive character. Okay, so we get HP boost and auto heal. Much higher reduced damage, and it's a masterpiece, but we miss out on this. We miss out on the strength. I think I'll keep this one, so we're just going to leave that. Alright, floor 2. Let's just move on here. So we see some rest spots up here. We're getting a little bit of HP heading into those. Why don't we head through the enemy, or the event rather. Okay, strength percent up, good. And we'll hit the rest. Okay, let's hit another event. And a treasure chest. It's been left in the corner of the room. It may have treasure inside, or it may be trapped. 20 soul stones. Good, good. Let's go for the corpse. Jesus. I'm not even participating at this point. Okay, reflect, big max HP, plus the will to live, reduce lethal damage. You know what? I'll do it. Let's go with torch. Okay. I think I'll go up to the corpse. So if you beat another Buriedborn, you usually get a good item, but you can also have the chance of taking them prisoner. So let's head that way. And if I recall... Oh, where'd they go? Taking them prisoner allows you to use them temporarily as a class, or basically to dismember them and use them as materials. Burst heal. Alright. Move the tombstone. Scout. Scout should give me, yeah, backline vision. So we go this way, we ought to be able to hit that. We don't seem to be going to the next rooms that I'm thinking of, so why is that? Not seeing a debuff that makes that change. What does trace do? I forget. Boss on this floor doesn't seem far, right? So it moves it closer. Okay, well, let's move on. Okay. Death itself at level 6. Easy peasy. Now that's a double buff to my HP there. I'll leave that behind. Reduce an enemy's defense whenever you deal damage. Oh, well, that seems so much better. Okay, let's see. Go this way so we can head to the corpse. Stranger approaches and offers to modify your equipment. Sure, actually, yeah, okay, I'll accept that. Oh, wait a minute, though. It doesn't say it, but I think this is going to cost me soul stones. I seem to recall I ran into this guy once. He gave me 5 options. I was like, I'll take that one. And then it was like, well, where'd all my soul stones go? Because it doesn't actually give you the price. I guess we'll see. We'll see if this reduces something. No, it didn't. Good. Helped me for free. Yeah, we'll leave that. Head to the corpse. Collecting items, it really is the mainstay of the game. As you can see here, I am incredibly powerful. And I think a large part of that is because of the class early on. Fool's Luck, accuracy for you and enemies. I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, I'm doing crazy damage. Okay, well now we get a much better sword, finally. We're missing out on Frenzy. Kind of okay with that. We're going to also miss out on auto heal. Alright, so Forked splits the pathway. Pathway becomes forked. So I think that just means it changes. Okay, let's head toward the boss. Give myself a buff. See, now I'm doing this, but maybe by letting the game handle what I picked, that was better. Dimensional Hound. So far, it doesn't seem to be too bad. Slash. Slash an enemy. 120 and 65 versus what I'm currently doing, which is 200. I become defenseless. Gain damage. Gain for 2 turns. Does that increase my hit points by 1,000? What is that? I think that's probably the damage strike. So like power is probably your attack power, and then you do damage for the hit. Again, this is a translated game. Pretty sure it's a Japanese developed game, so not everything is obvious. I mean, so far this is doing alright for me. I don't necessarily like the whole you have no defense, but it's much more powerful than this. I think I'll keep it. And a better sword. Missing out on some of the criticals, and our HP is going to go down, but get more gain from a rest. Okay. Oh, well, I'll just take this one. Okay. Torch. Okay, I don't even have to buff myself at this point. Go for the corpse. I'm looking a little low on the health there, though. Alright, now first aid can come in handy. I think since I'm almost out of the candy here, I'll go for first aid. So we'll swap that out. Ooh, that's not good. Another thing, when you're getting new skills, another thing that's really important to pay attention to is the cooldown. Your basic attack doesn't have one, or it'll have like a 1-turn cooldown. But, okay, see, now all I've got here are buffs. So basically it's going to make me waste all of them and then waste my first aid, too, to turn over all my abilities. So I really need to get myself another attack ability here. I mean, max HP boost would be nice. Just stay with what I got until I get something boosted. Okay, that's actually worse. Be giving up a lot of strength boosts for some parry proficiency. Whenever you gain a skill boost, increase the number of times your skill activates. Parry ailment. Gain resistance equal to twice your parry amount. I don't know, man. Like, this seems really good. But those buffs actually do matter. So parry at 20%, and this increases my resistance. Let's give this a shot. Okay, strange glowing lake. Ah, no. Strength went down. Alright, empty submerged room with an enemy. Zone. Due to being within the zone of a seal, shields, buffs, and status ailments will be ineffective. Go with torch then. And a boss. Hidden path. Be able to enter a hidden path from here so it changes the rooms ahead. Shuffles that up. I think I'd rather be here than in the dark. Baphomet. Okay. Not bad, not bad. That's a big gain there. Bleeding really seems to be helpful though, but like, man. I think I'm okay right now. Let's see how we do against the enemies. Really tempting me. Unfortunately, I gotta give those away. Let's go with an event. Avoid nearby enemies. Okay, great. Let's go with a different event. Wait a minute, is that a good buff or a bad buff? Damage gain 25%. Increases damage you receive, yeah, by 25%. So, no, that's a bad thing. Let's go with the corpse. Okay, major boost to that. We'll have to take that one. See the shape of a beautiful woman. It's an elaborate sculpture of a saint. Forget. Not all saints love everyone. Forget what? Did it just take some stuff away from me? That seems to be what it did. Okay, well, that actually turned out to be alright for me. Let's go this way to the boss. Okay. So, when I gained all that health, it didn't boost my health, that just increased my maximum health, so I'm a little low on the health there. Tackle. Tackle an enemy with your entire body. Has high accuracy. Does only 100 though. But I do kind of need another attack. Gain damage gain for 2 turns as well as this. Alright, I think I'll swap that out. Alright, here we go. Get him, Mikala. Boy. Alright, leveled up, filled my health bar. I'm just gonna keep this. I mean, that's just too good to give away. Eventually, I'm gonna outstrip myself here. Hey. Natural shield increase. Okay. Oof. Jeez. Yes. Just whatever it is. Yes. Floor 6. I should have gone with the corpse. Events usually screw me over. Huh. Lesser demon. I'm seeing a lot of things I have never faced before. It's cool. Gotta pay attention to my health. Air cutter. Okay, so see, like, this is based upon 0 and or on my intelligence with a 0 cooldown turn. But the intelligence, this is not an intelligence-based character, so we're just gonna leave that one. Heating tackle. Heating tackle, because it's the same type, if I replace the base tackle, will give me a skill up. So there we go. Accelerating Thunderstrike. Unleash an attack covered with lightning. So it does 2 attacks. One with intelligence, but one with... Whenever you use, I gain speed up as well. Speed up reduces cooldowns on attacks. It's got a 2-turn cooldown. See, that's still only 100. Whenever you use it, you gain power plus 20%. Yeah, okay, let's try this heating tackle and see what it does. How well it works. Stab. 85, 120. Nah. Heading towards another boss here. Stab again? No. Alright, Behemoth. Alright, pretty good. Pretty good character, holy crap. I need the bleed. this bleed and whatever this extra stuff is doing is really helping me, but I at some point know I'm going to need HP, because I don't have a lot of it. Oh god, you're making this really hard for me, aren't you? Frenzy and Ninjutsu. You can use all your skills for one turn, but cooldowns are increased by one. See, that's not so great. So it's like your first strike turn allows you to basically use everything for free, but then you're never going to have a free turn again. That is so much HP though. I'm just gonna stick with this. Oh my god, it really wants me to change. It's like, dude, you've had this for way too long now. Okay, well, I think I can handle that. Mark down, gain parry based on cooldown of your skills, and Griffin Wings, a light yet strong armor made from the wings of a monster. With haste, occasionally reduces cooldown of skills by 1. Okay, and a barrier, natural barrier of +5. Excellent. Okay, that was well worth the wait. Thanks, game. Pick another corpse here. Lucky coin. Drop this coin to gain good luck. So I guess you would use... I mean, how would you know? It's got a 3-turn cooldown, and the turn usage, I guess, the length that it lasts, seems to last outside of the current combat, too, so it'll carry over to the next room. So I guess if you think you're going to head into a room with an event, you could do that to get a good thing out of it. Anyway, it's not worth it, so leave it. Okay, let's face off against another corpse character here. You meet a corpse that another manipulates. We're neutral with them, so we can receive an item from them or attack them. Let's go with the item. Guard. Devote yourself to guarding this turn. Nah. We don't seem to have to do that. Basilisk. And a boss. What does Trace do again? Boss in this floor doesn't seem far. Catacomb. You have a somewhat narrow room. Alright. Hellhound. Alrighty. Counter. Retaliate against an enemy attack this turn. Nah, we don't need that, because I think that's what Toril does. No. That is what... Is it Dragon Fang? Yeah. Okay. Well, significantly worse, so we'll worry about that later. Season. Vast. It's extremely wide. Even finding the enemy becomes an effort. Accuracy down. I think that means it's based upon... No, that's fast. It's season. It's giving me... okay, well, let's go there. It's seasonal encounter? My cooldowns are not available here. This one seems tough. I am missing a lot, though. It's not doing any damage to me. We're seeing here that a lot of my cooldown things are triggering, but it's increasing them. That must be from that. So see, if I had put this so that one item had increased all of my stuff, the ninjutsu had increased the cooldown on this, I wouldn't have any attacks. Like, I would just be screwed here. As it is, I am kind of bad. Okay, well there it goes. I have no attacks. Oh god, it's gonna kill me. I have no attacks. Okay, a little bit of a cheat here. Cheating enemy, not so great. I mean, at this point, yeah, I can't do anything. Unless it's gonna... Nope, nope, holy shit, look at that. Oh my god. Okay, well, the game is on its own now. Till I die. It's almost dead itself, though, but I'm gonna die beforehand. I don't know what it's doing to itself to die, because I'm not getting a bleed off on there. At the finish line. Killed by a strangler. I've never made it past floor 8. I could pay to revive the character, but, oh well. Damn. And when you die, your character is destroyed, so we return to town. Okay, well, for a class I've never played before, it's pretty good. So, yeah, anyway, we come in here, we've got an item shop. It has various costs for items. I have no idea how to get gold shards. Fragments of death, I've collected a few of those. So these random lab parts, that is this, where if you had, let's see, if you had prisoners in the jail, like I do here, you could dismember them basically for fragments, and then you can use those fragments in the lab. So I could dissect those to make what? Let's see, so I could do... Okay, well, again, I have no idea how this works. There are little help things. Unfortunately, this pops up inside of Steam, which makes it really hard to see, and then sometimes the site is the Japanese site that is no longer functional, so it's not the best for information. But I imagine somehow this allows you to buff, like this modify thing. This in particular, as you can see here, is attached to the warrior, so by default, equipping that part to that class means that every warrior I start with has damage reduction. So like we could pick the Dragoon here and equip, I guess, damage reduce if I wanted it to. It's not a dex-based character. I could attach that. I guess since it's already attached to the warrior, I'd have to take it off. So you can do the remove part there. What else do we have here? Bargains. For fragments of death, you can gain more things there. Plus 10 strength by default seems like it might be good. It takes so long to collect this stuff, though. I'm not sure I want to use it right now. Like, having a larger bunch of it seems better. Oh. Operating room. Salvaging stuff for dark study, which I'm still not sure how that works either. So here's where these items come into play here. You collect those. But yeah, I don't know how to use the dark study. And no, I don't. So it's got a little bit of nuance to it that frankly doesn't seem all that useful, but maybe it is. Maybe it's what you require to get past the 10th floor. I have not received a gift. I believe these are like unlockable, or is that bonuses? Yeah, no. I think it's these unlockable achievement things. So like once you've killed a certain number of whatever, or gone through floors, whatever, you'll have a gift you can click on, and it'll give you like soul shards or whatever. In fact, if I click on this, you can see, aside from the soul shards and the corpse pieces, whatever, you get these dried leaves, as well as some other things that I guess I've never encountered. I have no idea what all these are, but here's all your currency items. They're good for things. Let's see who I have in jail. So this priest. So if I go to new character, pick Dragoon, all the way down at the bottom, I've unlocked priest. So I could use that person that I have in jail. Corpse market. So here's fragments of death I could turn in for, I guess, more detainees. Suicide rock. So I guess I've already got one. Let's see what this does. Turn in suicide rock. You have no monsters in jail matching these conditions. Oh. I could trade in for this, I guess. I don't know. I need weak... Again, information is here. It's really kind of hard to figure out. But otherwise, I mean, it's a simple game that you go through pretty quickly. I mean, you can just get bad luck, like the tentacle monster there that just suddenly doesn't take any damage because you can't do anything. I was actually going to finish. I didn't expect the Dragoon to go as far as we did, so I was going to try and finish off his character. I guess I can continue that. Make the video a little bit longer. So I'm on floor 8 with this character. What do I have here? So I've got this nice little fancy shield for an item. I've got that ninjutsu. Now that I know what it does, I'm not sure I really want that. Status, super strength, bottomless water. Heals yourself whenever you have a skill of cooldown 5 or more. Fair and square, double the experience gain, but only able to move on the right path. Okay, so that alone is why you see here I can only move to the right, so it limits my options severely. We don't want to do that. Now face off against another already dead. Meet another corpse. Let's just receive an item. Dex 120. Now I believe this is primarily a strength character, but also uses Dex, but I think most of what I've got is strength based. Demon Mask. Anger is the easiest of emotions to harbor. Cost of power. Half the experience, double the damage. Avoid ailment. Vitality temporarily increases max HP. Nah, we gotta keep this. It's a good one though. Alright, here's the 8th floor boss again. The Dullahan. I am frenzied, I guess, because I did not have any control. Break shield. Temporarily increases damage an enemy receives. Cooldown of 4 turns, though. That's not the greatest. So I have Piercing Spear. Ignores enemies' defense and attack. So a quick, no cooldown attack, which is nice. Critical Knuckle. Always hits on a crit strike. Also no cooldown. So that's been doing well for me. Tornado Slash. Brandish your weapon, unleash an attack with high power at 800. Does have a cooldown. Protection. Cast a protective spell on yourself, reduce damage received. Cooldown of only 3 turns, but I guess it's been working. And then, of course, healing. So I have no room for that, no use for it. Or for that, so we just keep moving on. 9th floor. The game is just going to play itself, so that'll be good, I guess. I guess I'll trade, yeah. Water Devil. There's always an enemy I've never seen before, every playthrough. It's pretty cool. Compact Holy Bolt. That uses piety. I am not a pious character. I'm not using the cleric. So that's no good to me. What's it hanging on by? Jeez. Okay, break shield. Don't need that. Basic attack. That's like the default attack. Sure, we'll move it. Why not? Paralyze. Great. Okay, it was just for that room, I guess. See, I don't know the purpose of that, because it tells me I'm paralyzed, but then I immediately move to the next room and I'm no longer paralyzed. It's not as bad as the paralyzed gain. That's what it's called. Paralyzed gain is what increases it over time. And it's really bad. I have never died from it, though. I've never lasted long enough to die from getting 100% paralysis. Alright, here's a boss. Mistress of the King. Impressive. I like the music change. Breaker. Bash an enemy and lower its defense. Add damage gain for 5 turns. On a 1 turn... Nah. Right now I'm doing well. Let's see. I would lose out on the ninjutsu, which I'm okay with. Damage reduction, much better there. Avoid ailments. Ooh. Oh, it's the avoid ailment. Gain resistance equal to twice your avoid amount. I have no idea what that means. Masterpiece versus high quality. Fair and square, double experience gain. I mean, that's been real nice. But just that alone, plus the increase in damage reduction, I think will trade off. Shadow Lurker. Okay, well that one actually hurt me. Puppet. Now the puppet. Invisible strings control you. You gain Confuse and receive half damage. Confuse is basically the same as Frenzy, in that you cannot control what you do. Okay, Corpse of an Adventurer. Plating. Yeah, we can ignore that one. I mean, I guess I can keep going for the experience just to gain levels. There's always that risk I'll come up against something I cannot defeat, though. Let's go through a door. Surprise me. Nothing. Let's go for a corpse. Wandering Buriedborne. Alright. Well, that's a good little indication of how well I'll do against a boss, but we're on floor 10 now. This should be, if we find him, this should be the big boss. Stick. I shouldn't go into zones, though. I rely upon things. I rely upon debuffs. Oh, just like that, the Archdemon one punch. Okay. Which is going to be worse for me? Probably trying to run around a vast... See, I don't know what that actually means. Extremely wide, even enemies. Finding the enemy becomes an effort, so I get... Okay, accuracy down. That's what that means. Let's not do that. Let's go down this one. We want the best chance possible. Ancient King. All I can do is sit here and watch. Hope the computer can beat itself. Ooh, nice crit. More of that, please. So what that means, though, since we're not seeing constant crits, that means it's not using the critical knuckle, because the critical knuckle has a 100% crit chance. So either I'm missing a lot, or it's not using it by random, but it looks like I just beat it. Killed the Ancient King. Found Corpse of an Adventurer. Completed. We're going to level 11, I guess. Full charge. If your attack misses, you'll deal a guaranteed crit next turn. That seems good. Versus technique. Increase critical hit rate by your additional accuracy. Adrenaline. Whenever you avoid an attack, you gain sniping for 5 turns. I'm not sure what that means. So this seems like it's very much oriented towards if you miss. Like, you get the crit strike, plus you gain bonuses for missing. I don't know, though. I kind of like what's going on here. I think I'll just keep it. The Ancient King's ambitions have been crushed. However, countless threats that have been waiting for the opportunity to strike have been released from their seal deep underground. Their target is the surface. The fight has just begun once again. New content. Conquest has been unlocked. New helmet. Auto heal 18. Big boost there, but I lose all my damage reduction bonuses, so let's not do that. Labyrinth, level 11. Let's go back to town. Okay. Gifts. 1,000 soulstone. Okay, cool. So now if I go here, Does that mean... No. There's no new room. Surely that doesn't mean this character. Because this character, once you make a character, you're stuck there. I don't think I can ever hop out and go to a different dungeon. So, what's up with that? Unless I'm wrong, which is entirely possible. Yeah, I would definitely recommend trying to parse some of the information, because I'm sure there's half the game I'm absolutely missing here. That is just hidden away or hard to find information about. I mean, this conquest thing seems to be like a tracker of all of the dungeon you've gone through. So I don't know why. If I don't know. I don't know how we go on to the next adventure that I just unlocked. But anyway, that's it for Buriedbornes. Again, it's a free game. It's available on Steam as well as on both Apple and Google Play Store. So, you know, if you like this sort of thing, I would definitely check it out. It's a nice little time waster. So much so that it even has the time up here so that you know, oh my god, I've spent how many hours playing this? It's kind of fun. I would recommend it. But anyway, I'll end this one here, so thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next Let's Play.